What's up? This is Brandon Donahue, and you're listening to the All Bass No Treble podcast, where we talk all things hip-hop, culture, music, lifestyle, and more. So kick back and join myself and my co-host as we feature our next special guest this week. What's up, everyone? You are now tuned in to All Bass No Treble. This is our next episode. You know what it is. Brandon Donahue, your host as always. Jordan Dante up in here, and we got our special guest AB, Antonio Breez.
How you doing?
Appreciate rapper you for from Boston.
Through,
you know
yes,
what I mean?
Sir.
Gotta keep my city on the map.
I see, man.
You know,
Boston
let them know. Let them know this music shit ain't no game, bro. We coming up.
Last two guests, Boston.
Yeah, you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
But and shout out Wolf. We still, sending love and positive energy to him and his family.
Love you, brother.
But yeah, man, thanks for coming on, dog. I'm excited for this, bro.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
an absolute pleasure, somebody from the city looking out, and giving me a little bit of shine. And
Hell yeah. No, yeah, you gotta
Cleveland,
Columbus, actually.
Columbus.
Hey, Cleveland, close enough. Hey, LeBron.
You're right,
Ain't no
right.
one really know Columbus. That's why.
I know, man.
It's all right.
It's a small town. It's just like Cape, man. But we a little
Exactly,
more poppin'.
exactly.
At least y'all got like sports teams. We don't
Yeah.
got sports teams. We got the Blue Jackets hockey.
That's it.
That's it.
But hey,
And Ohio State.
there's something though.
No Michigan fan, so
Shit.
life been crazy.
Oh,
I love
man.
my life.
But yeah, man, let's tap into it, man. I'm excited because I don't really know much about you or your story. So yeah, let's get into the background of how you started, where you come from, all that stuff. So yeah, let the people know.
So yeah, I've been doing music for like a really long time. Since I first got in the booth when I was 8 years old.
Wow.
Damn, 8?
Yeah,
He was
that was
going
the
crazy.
first time I was
It was like
recorded.
a little twist.
Yeah, something like that. My dad was an MC, and he was like, he's from New York and Brooklyn to be exact. And
Shout out Brooklyn.
yeah, shout out
him out.
Brooklyn. That's where I'm originally from too. Before we
Okay.
went to
I could
Boston.
low key tell.
Yeah, and then
Could you?
Yeah.
That's a bold thing to say.
Yeah.
I can really
so,
tell. The New Yorkers, man, with that style. Because I mean, from hearing your music and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can hear the Brooklyn in you.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Alright.
that's where I'm originally from. My dad was an MC in Brooklyn. He was part of like a group. They called themselves the Crusaders, and yeah, he was doing his thing for a long time. And long story short, my dad had an opportunity to sign a deal with Sony back in the 90s.
Oh wow. Wow.
But they wanted only him, and he had a decision to make because he didn't want to leave his friends behind. So he stuck with the group and whatever, thugged it out. And then, long story short, yeah, we moved to Boston. He was doing some things in Boston, making a little bit of noise, and then life happened.
Let me ask you, have you talked to him? Does he regret that decision, or is he happy that he stayed like loyal with his people and all this shit and didn't sign a deal? Or is he always kind of like, because that interests me.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
See, he'll tell you that he doesn't regret it, but I think like long term, when life happens and you mature and sometimes you look back and you're like, okay, where could I have been?
Yeah, the couldas.
I think that it's a situation where like he probably does regret it a little bit.
Yeah, not to say he's like, fuck, that was the biggest thing of my life that I fucked up, but I feel like probably a little bit maybe, just because it's like you said, you can't go through life thinking the couldas. You know what I mean? Like that's with the show when I started it. It was an idea. Now, do I execute the idea and do it, or do I sit there and go, man, I wonder if I ever did a podcast, what it would have looked and sounded like.
Hey, man, everybody
Now
got
we in
ideas.
this bitch.
Hey,
Yeah.
Strong, though. Looking real good. Shout out Matt Johnson. Looking
always gotta
great.
shout him out on
We
every
always got
episode.
to.
Yeah, a lot of people, I don't know. I think like a lesson in life, well, something that everybody has to learn is like the balance of being selfish and then being a team player at the same time.
Facts. You have to be a little selfish in life.
And
Agreed.
I think in his case, it was like, for a long time, people told him that he was, a more stronger MC than the people that he had around him. But I guess he was just a super loyal person, and at the end of the day,
which is respectful. I'm sure he gained respect for that through like the core.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially in rap and hip hop. Like that's big. Respect is key.
Right.
Most of the time. I mean, now we live in an era where we have trolls and shit like 6ix9ine-ish kind of shit where it's like, fuck the respect, look at me what I'm doing, fuck you. You know what I mean? But there's still, I think in that aspect of like the old heads and like people that love hip hop, like that's something that forever will definitely carry on for sure.
Yeah. So I was 8 years old when I first recorded.
Wow.
It was on one of his projects. He had like, this is the time where they were like mixtapes and stuff, and like, I was on the little mixtape, and then I was handing out the CDs in New York. We'd drive from New York every weekend because at the time we were living in Boston, so we were going back and forth to promote the shit and all that. And then it followed me through like elementary school, middle school, high school. I was winning like the talent shows, my sophomore year, when everyone had the Sweet 16's, I was getting money because I was performing at everyone's like Sweet 16's, like weekend after weekend after weekend.
That's dope.
Yeah, like I was like, so that's what I was doing. So yeah, I've been doing it for a long time.
That's dope, man. And so you moved out to LA how long ago?
I moved out to LA 2 years ago. This is my second
2 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because when I met you, and shout out James, your cousin. Shout out James for the link on that one. But so would you say, because I remember I checked out your shit when you first moved out here, and I've definitely seen a tremendous growth. One in like your sound, your visuals, and two in your following. So like, how did that happen? Was there something? Because bro, you have great engagement on your page.
Thank you.
Like people commenting every time you drop. The views are there. It's not one of those pages where it's like because you got like 100-something thousand, right? Yeah. So any one of those pages where it's like, oh, I got 100,000, but only 3 people comment when I drop a video. Yeah. So like people are engaged. You must not like a cult following, but that's what we always talk about. You kind of do. I feel like a lot of people when you drop, they're like, fuck yeah, da 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 da. So like, how'd you kind of build on that? Or was it when you moved out here, you think, or?
I think it's a combination of things. I think mostly just like being consistent, number one, because like I said, I've been doing this for a long time, and I knew what I was. I always took advantage of social media. You know what I mean? So like when I was on like
sorry with John our last episode, we're literally like you're repeating, which is perfect because it's like this is how you do it, and people always think there's like a secret, but this is it.
Yeah, because see the thing is like okay, so like I'll never forget I was in high school when Instagram first started, right? Yeah, and like I remember this guy, I forget what part, I think he's out in Fall River somewhere. His name is JR. He's a producer, right? And like I remember. He was telling me that he was working with this like R&B singer that they were trying to get a record deal. The R&B singer at the time, his name was Malachi, right? Okay. And he's like he's got this crazy following, and all these record labels are like they're doing bidding wars and stuff like that, and they want, and his like YouTube, he had like a YouTube page. He was making like crazy funny videos. His Twitter, everything was like lit. And at the time, I'm like, okay. I'm looking at someone like him, and I'm like, all right, I got to get my social media up because I felt like, okay, do I depend on the people who are around me, like my classmates and shit, who are like haters?
Yeah, of course.
To like support me?
Perfect.
Or do I skip them and I just basically like, yo, I'm about to get the world to fuck with me? Yeah. So I literally started, I remember I was like a freshman in high school, and like during class and shit, I'd be on my phone just doing the follow for follow. Follow for follow. Damn. All day. Yep. I would do that shit. And then like suddenly like I just got like a lot of like supporters, like I was in high school, so girls are still doing the fangirling type of thing, making me their posters and screensavers and sending messages, letters to my house.
My boy,
yeah, I had all that shit because I was I saw like the value. I'm like, all right, this shit's gonna like blow up. And at the time, the algorithm wasn't fucked. So if you had 50,000 followers, that was 50,000 people that saw your shit. So that's how I was like trying to push it. And when I was in high school, I remember a lot of people were like, you must be like buying your followers. You must be da da da. Because at the time, nobody was thinking to do this, and I saw the value early. Like I was like, nah,
that's smart. Hell yeah, hell yeah. That's like Matt, bro. Matt Johnson, always preaching on the next thing. I was gonna
say, so. This is kind of a random question. When did you graduate high school?
2013.
2013. Okay, so that's when I was in social media. That's when I got into it.
Yeah.
So funny story. Obviously, you used to use Twitter. Me and a couple homies, we used to start parody pages. So like all the fake Rihanna pages and the Drake pages. So we have a big one. Just got shut down. Sad about it, but Horny Facts. Have you ever heard of that?
Did you tell me about this?
Horny Facts.
Do I know about this? But I feel like
you probably seen it.
Yeah, seen it.
Yeah, it's like a white dude, white girl on top of each other type thing. Yeah. So, and they just all they do. Well, that's the Abby.
Horny Facts.
And we've had that for like years. I'm talking like since 2011.
On Twitter?
And we used to do this all the time. Like, bro, we had as a collective, we had probably 65 accounts, 13 million followers. Wow. That's how I got into social media. That's where I got into the marketing side. And then I started taking it really into it, like when I started doing Facebook ads and stuff.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I didn't know Horny Fact, bro.
I used to have a fake Rihanna page. I still got that page. Yeah, that's why I love her.
Hey, don't drop the name of the page though. You know what I mean? Then we're gonna be like, damn it,
it's gone. Yeah, I mean, bro, people used to retweet me all the time. Oh, have a great day, or it's not you, it's me, or something. You know, those kind of tweets. You know, those tweets, and everybody used to go viral. It's all motivation. That was all it was.
Yeah, I mean, social media is such a like digital currency these days. It's like
I never thought of it like that.
That is that's your value.
It's
that's
your business
your worth.
card.
Yeah. That's like you said with labels. It's like if you're not there yet, labels are like, where's our value? If you get it to that point, like you said, it becomes a bidding war.
Yeah.
Like, I'm already here, so what you gonna do for me? Because right now this is all my bread.
And that's how you trade
this
currency.
Is all my
it's
bread.
Like that. I trade you what I have here for what you got going there, and if we both feel like it's mutual, then we can, do something for each other. If not, then I have to charge you or whatever. You know how people think. So, but yeah, man, I saw the value in social media very early. I feel like I am gonna fall off because I don't have the energy for the TikToks and
who you
shit
telling?
like that. I can't pretend like I like it.
I literally was just about to say, so that being said, are you in on the TikTok?
Hell no, man. I'm slacking on that.
That's where the bread at now. And all the following.
Matt's over there going.
He's shaking his head. I know. And trust me, I understand it too, but it's just.
I'm falling behind.
I've been doing it for so long.
Yeah,
bro.
it's like when you've done it because everyone who's hot on TikTok, they're getting revenge because they didn't catch on to the Instagram.
Exactly.
So if you were on the Instagram,
it really is. Like, I do most of the posting for this shit. People think, oh, it's just a little. It is exhausting.
Bro,
okay,
too much,
it's really not like what you think. Like to sit there and post and keep in your mind. Today I gotta go post 3 times. Today I gotta go post 3 times. Today I gotta do it like you know what I mean. It's exhausting, bro.
It's like MySpace, my boy. MySpace when you had the code and put your background.
Now that shit was hot. I don't care what anyone says.
Because you were a young
MySpace
kid.
was fire.
It was
like creating your own web page in a way, and it showed you completely.
Yeah,
having your little playlist and shit. Like I'm doing
your top friends, and people used to get.
Used to be drama if your girl wasn't number one.
Yeah,
man, I refused forever to switch my boy out. The dad did. He was like, bro, why'd you switch me? I'm like, I had to. Shorty said, bro.
Yeah, bro, she got to be the top friend, bro. Number one.
You knew that shit was real when you saw the top 5 change. You were like, ooh. Someone
pissed.
broke up.
Yep.
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you though. I wish that like these new platforms would. I mean, I guess they are integrating it because you could choose music. They have like the libraries and stuff that you could add in. But that was cool. Like the whole website.
It showed you. Like it really did.
So I'm gonna be a nerd real quick and tell y'all kind of why they're not doing that.
Why?
It's more just because technology is evolving so much, so now they don't want to confuse you with code. They don't want you to do code because this little bug will break your whole damn website. Wow. So that now they make it a lot easier. So it's like, oh yeah, I can just add the music I want. Oh, cool. I can add this, and they'll do all the coding. They'll do all the hard work. You know,
really?
Yeah, because you can't add music on your Facebook now and shit, right?
Yeah,
but no one does that. I mean, Facebook's even gonna fall off at some point.
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
Fuck no, it's a master.
I think Facebook won't fall off for the sense of communication with family and shit now. Like, that's kind of what I really use it for. But I mean, like, trending, getting yourself popping, you ain't gonna do that through Facebook.
I beg to differ. I do advertising, bro. Like, there's a lot.
But you can do
I feel like that's the only reason why. It's the fact that like you can't avoid Facebook at this point because of the ad part.
It's so big.
It's too big.
It's like Google, dog. Like it might pass Google. No cap.
You think so?
Yes, because it's communication. Now you got marketplace. Now you got ads. Now you got like, bro, there's so much shit that's like intertwined into Facebook shit. And you can log into anything continue through Facebook. Like, you know what I mean? Like on
that's
all the
true.
different
third-party
platforms.
That's very true. Everything is through your Facebook, almost Spotify, any app.
That's why it's scary as fuck.
So is it scary or is it never going to fall off because it's scary?
Well, it's never gonna fall off, but it's still scary.
It's scary. Okay.
It's really scary. Yeah. We're not gonna get into that here because my name is Hector.
Shit.
Hector, bro, Hector gonna get a bid one.
And they keep records of everything too, right? Yeah. Like, bro, you talk to someone like from 8 years ago. You go to the chat and it's like
it's still there.
I'm like, fuck.
How are you? I spelled it. Are you or like motherfucking forever?
Not only that, I mean,
forever.
I'm like when I blow up, like a whole bunch of girls are gonna have receipts, and I was only having these conversations when I was like 11, 12, 13. I'm like, fuck.
You better that go through that shit,
bro.
right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why you think somebody comes up and then they get a fucking tweet from 2010 coming out like, oh, I hate these motherfuckers or something. Like, oh, you're the best. Like, bro, that was 11 years ago, dog.
Yeah,
but like, I'm a whole other person. But social media, don't matter, bro.
Don't matter.
I'm taking you down now.
Yeah.
Straight up.
That's why I stay.
What do y'all think about that? Do you think it's fair? Like the cancer culture when you were like,
I just had this conversation. It's crazy how like I always have some conversations outside of this podcast and then it comes up on here with guests. I'm like, it's almost like
that's kind of why I stay away.
How the fuck does it happen?
That's kind of why I stay away. It's because like just because like you're cool or like you're open with people, they really think you have to kind of share your life. And like now we're in like such a sharing culture to where if you're not sharing, you're like hiding or you have secrets or you're doing something that people don't like or they're gonna cancel you because you're not doing the exact shit that they want. And I don't fuck with that at all.
I think it's circumstantial. I think there's certain circumstances that make you that should be like, yeah, you should never have a show again or you shouldn't be on again. You know what I mean? For me, there's certain things that make it a little too much, but the sense of cancel culture and what it is a lot of these people do regular shit that we do, but they are presented this platform that they are always being watched. Right. So I think it's unfair in that sense. Because like a dude with plain clothes out on the street could do the same shit. We'll never hear about it. Right. We never say cancel him, fuck that motherfucker, da 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 da. But we take these people that are in the limelight, and because it happens to them, and we know every little fucking nitpicking detail about them, it's like that's a little unfair to judge someone for me. And like I said, it is circumstantial. I think there's certain things that are crossed that like for me personally, I'm like, yeah, I can't fuck with you no more. Yeah, but I mean, like, bro, R. Kelly come on the club, and I'm like. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Bro, if Ignition comes on, I ain't sitting there going, change it. I'm like, for sure. You know, it's hard. It's hard, bro.
Sometimes you got to separate the music from the person.
Exactly.
So, like, if
we talk about with Kanye. We talk about with Kanye. Like,
I mean, I don't have a problem with Ye too.
I never do either. But I get people's
he said some wild shit. But it's marketing.
Exactly. But I'm saying it's in a sense of that. But there is some things that I think some artists or actors or anyone that's had the cancel culture movement put on them, that they've done something that's I think to the point where like, yeah, you shouldn't continue to have the career you have anymore because that crossed my personal line. You know what I mean?
So. Sorry to cut you off, but where is the line that you draw that this person is still a regular person like you?
When you cross the territory of like putting your hands on a woman, right? Something like that.
No.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I get the situations. Like, obviously, if you hurt a woman,
anything
disrespect
with
somebody,
kids,
racism, whatever, all that shit.
Okay,
but I'm saying, what's the difference between Ye and me and you? Besides, like, he's a regular person. And I think that's just how I think about celebrities and think about people with high influences. At the end of the day, it's like a marketing tool.
Yeah,
like, hey, you just got this people that follow you.
He is a regular. To answer your question, there is no difference. He is a regular ass human. That's what people forget. Yeah, Wolf touched base on it one episode. Is like people forget that these are human beings. Yeah. Now that being said, though, when you not signed, but when you are now in that light, even with your following now, you do have to be cautious of what you do, what you say, for sure. Because now you are influencing little Tommy in the bedroom to be a rapper. And it's like, if you say some shit like this, he's might go do that or be like, wait, what? You know what I mean? Like, so I think the only difference is that you have to have a sense of who you are and who you can influence. Because me or you, so right now, even though we're going to be popping eventually, don't worry. Okay. Don't worry. We're going to be the best podcast on the planet. But that's the only difference is me or you at the moment might not have the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the influence that some of these artists or celebrities have is like what we say doesn't go out to the masses that they can grab onto. Right now it's on a minuscule stage. I agree. So, and I'm pretty sure there's some shit I've said on the podcast in the past episodes where if it ever comes up again, I'll be like, fuck. Damn it.
I just don't like how it's like. I just don't like how it's like. Sometimes it's the content that they're pulling up is like, decades ago, and I think people grow, and just like people grow, I feel like the society's standards and I guess I
know what you're kind of trying to say.
I don't know. I guess society is getting more disciplined.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like I don't know, like comedians is a prime example. Like certain jokes were like
That's a good. I like that.
In 1990 and 2000, but like as we as a society try to tighten up a bit and make sure that everyone is so included and that we, you know, just do better to try to like, I don't know, tone down the like
comedy,
the discomfort,
the things you touched on, like race and shit like that. People are very scared to talk about it. Like some of them aren't, and I love for that because that is the artistry of comedy. It's like taking the serious shit and finding a laugh in it. Now, they're not sitting there getting off stage and continuing those views. They're a comic. That's why a lot of them really struggle with like depression and shit, because it's like they go on stage and say this shit, but then, you know what I mean, off stage it's like, fuck. You know
I've
what I
seen
mean?
even like I don't know who it was, but there was like even like a battle rapper that they made like, oh no, like take that down, apologize for what you said, and I'm like, this is battle rap, like this is supposed.
I mean, they tried to cancel Eminem recently, right?
And yeah,
they tried to cancel Eminem, like
I mean, the crazy one that recently that I seen that tried to get canceled, Danny Lay, when she said she liked light skinned men.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And they were like, she had to come on. She apologized, like, I'm sorry, like I'm not. That's just my preference. I'm like, it's your preference.
It's
like, I can't say what I want no more. And that's kind of why I said that. Like, they're regular people, dog. They can have their own opinion. So like, that's why I don't dislike Ye. Like everybody's like, I hate Ye because of what he said. I'm like, bro, he's his own damn person. Like, yeah, you may not understand or not like exactly what he said, but he's his own person, bro. Like, you can't.
It's like the talk on politics and all that. If you hate someone for their view, what you're not no better than the next person. Like, you're not talking about it. We're not doing understanding. You know what I mean? Right. Everything's understanding. Like, Ye is a human being that probably deals with more struggles than genius. That a genius human being, but that deals with probably way more stress than we deal with because he is Ye. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then he comes out and talks about like mental health and all this, and people say it's like, and then they laugh at it. Like, I can get why that shit to him is like, wow, really? Fuck y'all. I'm gonna keep being myself, and he has been. It's authentic in a way. I think some of it is like you said. He's a genius with marketing.
Love Kanye,
bro. Yeah. Marketing goat next to the government.
Yeah. His name is Hector Rodriguez.
And gas is $5.
But I mean that, and just to segue off of that, but kind of get into more with you. So like with music, like, because I've heard your sound change in a way. Like, so how do you get influenced? Like, who are you influenced by right now in music? Like, who would you say are some of your top favorite artists that you really not say like you base your sound off of, but you know what I mean? Every artist has an influential sound and presence. So like, if you could give me your top 5 people that have influenced you to do music, and that like that you kind of pick from when you hear their sound, you're like, damn, I just love how they do this shit.
Okay. For me,
I was gonna say top 5 that he listens to,
because like in a way I feel like
when you compare them or like not compare or just like say like you sound like this or something, they fucking hate it.
Not sound like, I'm saying like, so who are you going to listen to get inspiration from in a way, like, so.
Okay, so when I'm like in my bag, I listen to Jay-Z, Nas, J. Cole,
New York.
I'm going that New York bars, right?
New York. He's like, hey, I'm in my bag.
Drake, of course. Drake ain't on there, and who else? Kanye. Yeah,
there you go. That's 5.
That's 5. But it's weird because like my sound doesn't sound like any of them.
I was about to say, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's great. That's why when I said like who you get influence from, that's what I didn't mean like pick their sound.
Yeah.
Like, but when you're like, you get that inspiration to go not sound like them, but you're like, man, I love how they execute it. You know what? Say you're like struggling, right? You're like, you know what? Fuck it, I got it, because he made a song like this. He didn't give a fuck how it's. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit.
Those are the people that I like really like look up to.
Yeah, that's a fire 5.
As far as like my sound, I try, like as of recently, I feel like I could really like rap, but I kind of like stopped trying to be this like superior lyricist. Because and I feel like I'm gonna get back to that bag a little bit because of the relevance. We got J. Cole, who just did the LA Leakers, and now like, you know what I'm saying, or if Kendrick shows up anytime soon, you know, suddenly, you know, you got the Griselda gang that's out now, Benny the Butcher and shit like that. So I'm like, okay, you see that like hip hop is starting to be like appreciated again. But for the last like decade, it was like, okay, we had Lil Uzi, we had Lil Yachty, we had like it like I don't know, it slowly very like started to poppy, it started to turn, and I was like, okay, so here I come with this fucking boom bap shit. But the world is saying that they want to listen to this.
Yeah.
So I started getting a little bit more loose and a lot more melodic. And now I'm in a stance where like I kind of try to do more like R&B and then rap.
Hard.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, so I feel like I could rap and do like the street shit, right? Very well. But the thing is, I feel like with rap is you have to be believable, 100%. Right? Yes. So it's like when you see me, it's like, okay, I'm not in these streets. I'm not dealing drugs. I'm not like, so there's only so far about what I could like try to say and try to portray. Mm-hmm. I'm not the biggest guy you know what I mean? So I can't do the Pop Smoke thing or whatever. So I'm like, all right, so, but what do I have? The image and the females, right? So I'm like, boom. All right, my lane is smart. Right about here.
I like that.
The
That's
women.
Smart. That's
so
smart.
the Drake thing, you know, you sing on the hooks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Do a little R&B thing and
bring
then
like
just
the low key bars too. Yeah,
exactly. Like that, I feel like everybody, the strongest artist is one that knows their place. Now, when I'm on like the LA Leakers and they ask me to spit, that's when I go in the bag of like, okay, so y'all, this is the platform for that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what I feel like.
Almost like a secret weapon in a way. Like you always got that in the arsenal. You know what I mean? Like
because it's like, what does Tory Lanez do? Like he's
singing,
he's singing, but then it's like when it's time to rap, it's like, oh, he can rap.
He can rap.
You know who that's like? Jared. Remember Jared?
Yeah. We were just and shout out Jared Brady. We always, you know what I mean? It's the boy right there. But he kind of touched base on that too. He was being this aggressive bars rapper, and he said, "Wait, this doesn't fit what I look like." Or when I walk in the room, people go like, what the fuck? I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, like this is dope. This is good, but it's not matching. And it's kind of like what you said, like knowing the artist you are going to be, but still having that and touching on that and not letting it go. Because Jared, I heard some of Jared's new shit that he's about to release, and it's fire. And it's definitely different from what he just did on Enjoy the Disco. So it's like he showed that now, right? It's kind of like we just talked about Tyler. Like he showed you that he could do this artistry, beautiful music on Igor, keep that in a way, but now be like, y'all forgot I'm a rapper on this last project, which, I mean, it's dope. And like you said, I mean, we got the hand claps on what he said earlier. It's just knowing that and not losing it, and also being aware fully. And like you said earlier, and like we said, consistency and persistence, like it's big. You know what I mean?
Being able to adapt.
Facts.
Because, I mean, and another thing, too, is like when you tell people that you rap, right? There's this certain, like...
stigma.
Again, tell me about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like I feel, personally, I don't know how to market hardcore rap.
Yeah.
My audience, again, is, I think I saw the analytics like yesterday, 76% females.
Damn, that's
I don't know how to do like.
That's so important.
They don't want to hear that shit.
That's why you have the co-following too, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Females
are.
It's yeah. So
and
it's like,
and you're fully independent too, right?
Fully independent.
Fire, man. That's great. Yeah. That's great. Yeah. Do you do Distro Kid?
I do CD Baby.
Okay.
Super old fashioned.
Yeah, I was about to say, he did keep it old fashioned.
Yeah. See, I've been with them but I don't know. Maybe I need to like switch because. There's a lot of opportunities that like United Masters and all these other platforms have that CD Baby, for whatever reason, just hasn't caught on to yet or don't have available yet, and I feel like it's kind of like behind a little bit. Yeah,
which is important to know because it's like sometimes if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But at the same time, you said like maybe you're missing out on opportunities that you can just explore.
Like United
better.
Masters has the whole like every time there's a 2K game, they got you can submit your shit. You know, that's something that's cool.
That's fire.
That's how a lot of up and coming artists get on, man. It's through like 2K playlisting, TV placements. Like,
I mean, that's the new thing, marketing. Bro. It's marketing.
I hate how it's a playlist though.
Yeah. Facts.
I hate how everything is so like so much of like a like it's like a water faucet almost. It's like okay, you could be here today, and then when I was a kid, I was like I want to be on that disc, and then y'all gotta rock out to me this whole year. You know what I'm saying? The fact that shit updates every week.
I was gonna kind of ask you like, how do you? Because me personally, I like playlists because I just push shuffle and then
we're in a big playlist era. We're in a big playlist era.
When I used to make mixtapes and CDs and stuff, I have like the best song at 1 and like the second best song at 18. So I like the whole shit, and then I just mix my other shit in there, type of thing. Yeah, I mean, I told you my music taste is elite, so that whole motherfucking mixtape from 1 to 18 was great.
Right. I wish I had a boo button right now. Boo.
Nah, man, what? I'm trying, man. What?
You know I'm joking, man. I know you sent me them playlists, man. I throw them on, bro.
Come on, man. I'm gonna come to mama and you gonna throw the bitch on. They gonna be like, all right, it's Timeless Media.
Here we go.
Going crazy. Follow Timeless Media on Apple Music, all platforms.
Oh yeah, that's right. Your time getting. That's right. Follow Timeless Media on send that shit back quick. Try to get that in. Let me get it in. Get it in, bro. Come on, man. Let them know. Timeless Media playlist, bro.
Got
to elite sound. But I mean, so what do you got geared up right now? What do you got in the vault?
A lot of music and a lot of content. I got a lot of hooks that are just with no verses.
Got you.
You know, I got about like 30 of those just sitting there right now.
You dabbling in like collaborations and features? Are you still kind of keeping it on your own thing right now? Because I feel like that's super important.
I really like doing features, but I think I got a love-hate relationship with features right now, because I feel like people send me records and I do what I need to do on them, and I do a very good job. I think everybody gets a good job when they send me records, but I feel like a lot of artists, unfortunately, they're not like as serious as I am.
Yeah.
So it irks me when I do a record for someone and then like it doesn't come out.
And sounds like
and like, you know, and I'm not gonna lie, like I charge, but like sometimes depending on the artist, I won't charge.
Yeah, like there's a difference between I'll do a feature for you, and there's a difference between let's collab together and make a record.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
Like,
yeah.
So but like some of the cases, like I might have, I'm not gonna lie, I might have given up, you know, a verse or something like that, and I'm just like, yo, this person didn't do shit with it. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And then at that case, sometimes I'd be antsy. I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna throw this shit out.
Yeah, that's hard, bro, for sure.
Too, especially if it's free. You know, you can't do shit for free.
Especially if it's free. I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
But I just tweeted that shit yesterday though. Like, yo, I noticed that when you do shit for free, it's like people waste. They're more likely to waste your time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Why you think people buy designer? Because they feel like it's a way better clothing. I mean, at the end of the day, it may be a thicker shirt, but it ain't no different.
But your homeboy shit, you gonna wear it out of bed and shit. You know
wear it to bed and not want to pay him
if you got the right crew.
But they'll go pay a $200 designer that's all the way in Paris that don't even
I never understand that. I never expected free mentality. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like what you just said, like, I'll go pay stupid for this Versace shirt, but like can't send my boy $20. Like can't share my boys whatever. Like it's crazy to me, that mentality. Like you said, like you touched base on it in the beginning of the episode. Do I try to focus on my classmates and people that's literally haters telling me you ain't gonna be shit, you can't be a rapper, like da 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 da, or do I focus on everybody else and skip?
People want to support people who they feel like they can look up to. Right.
I agree.
So in many cases, people want to support the artist that looks like they already have money.
Yep. I get what you're saying.
So
because they got the accolades.
Right. You got the accolades. You look like you got your life together. You got the jewelry. You got the cars. You look like you don't have to get up in the morning to work a 9 to 5. You look like you're living the life.
You corrected himself.
You have women.
Don't worry, you ain't gonna lose that 76%. You corrected it. They're gonna be like, oh my god, he even noticed
women,
he was wrong.
You know, you have the females in the videos. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like Boston jumps on the bandwagon of those who spent the bag to get the super big feature, whether the feature promotes the song or not, or jumps on the bandwagon or not, it doesn't matter. You just got the big feature, and now everyone in the city is bandwagon you, and great for those people. But for me, I haven't been in a situation where I felt like I needed to go run and get the feature. I felt like my work spoke for itself, and I did my thing, you know, and I'm making little moves. I've been mentored by a lot of big, incredible people, and I try not to, you know, use that as any leverage or anything like that. But I've been around, and I've had some significant help in my career.
Hell yeah!
So I never understood why I was not, in the same class as some of these, you know, more popular people. And I don't think it's a problem, but I look at it, like I said earlier, I'm going to continue to do my thing, and when I get where I need to be, your city will always support you.
Exactly.
They're going to love to be like, oh, they're from here. I went to middle school.
And when you get there, though, you know you did it your way, and you were authentic. You you said, you didn't have to chase a feature or bag. And I do agree with you. Boston's a very hard city to get musical support, because like you said, it's not a city known for music or rap. There's people coming from there. You know, you got Stiz, you got Bia, they're popping. Millie's, I'm sure you know Millie's out there is just did that shit with Dave East. It's hard. Like there's some, but even so, they've been at that shit for a long time, man. Michael Christmas, like there's a lot of dope Boston rappers, but at the end of the day, like you said, it's really a hard city to get that almost like. It's not that respectable city like New York or LA where it's like you kind of get it from the jump. I've never found out why either. Like even with Roe, like Massachusetts is like I don't even know if they're in the top 15 cities.
Marketing. And
he's a mass artist. And AZ touched it on this. It was like Chicago that's number one for us, or Dallas. I'm sure you look at your analytics and you're like, what's your number one city?
I believe it's like. It might be Chicago.
It might be Chicago. It's weird, bro. A lot of
Los Angeles. It's not Boston.
Yeah, it's not Boston. No, it's not mass.
It's never usually those Midwest cities or the East Coast cities, bro. It's usually the hubs. It's like Chicago,
the
Texas.
hubs. We talked about that on the
Los Angeles. You know, New York. These are entertainment hubs.
But I feel like even the biggest artists in Boston too, like they all left.
They're out here.
They're out here.
You don't. It's hard to stay in a city that doesn't present opportunities or the opportunities for networking, and LA is the land of opportunity, in my opinion, for music, because you can bump into anyone any given day out here and build a networking and connection and start from people within the circle, not the big name, but you meet so and so's manager, you meet so and so's engineer, and it's like that's how you get there. It's through that shit, and LA is so dope for that. Like that's why me and Ro moved out here. It's for sure the land of opportunity. So like it would definitely be hard to stay there.
It is the land of opportunity.
Facts.
Kind of touching on what you were saying about like how this is just my personal opinion, how these other artists are like looking the part. Shit, they ain't talking about how they got the label budget. The label's funding the money. Or there's marketing, bro. That's all this is about. That's why there's so many shitty artists. They know how to market. Or they got create music that's behind them. Like, all right, you got this image. You look like you can do it. Promise. All right. And then they just put that money behind it. Start pushing out to their people. Bro, it's marketing, bro. I'm telling you. Marketing is everything. How important
do you think is like the image? Because I was just talking to someone about I think it's important.
It's everything.
Even if your image is goofy and not attractive, that's an image. That's an image. And then when you execute that, you have now an image. Like that was a big thing with Ro. He was trying to figure out. It's like the music was there, but it's like he had the recognition from people that love hip hop and music. But how do you get the image to execute that now? Like cutting down your weight, being more attractive, like, you know what I'm saying? Like anything like that is not saying like he had to do that, but like he still had to figure out an image. Like I need to look at least something that people are like, yeah, I want to be that guy for sure. And that's like a huge thing, like you said. Like I feel like you've executed that well, especially with your marketing and everything. It's like I feel like if I could give a percentage on it, how big is an image in the percent? It's definitely at least 50.
I was going to say 50% of it. I mean, definitely you need to have the talent for sure. I mean, that's talent just because I'm a music person.
But even so, I think that's less.
I think that's less, bro, because your image is like, all right, so this is random, but I'm going to tell you how I got in the shoes. So I'm a big networking dude. So I was like, okay, I'm in LA. There's a fuck ton of people. Nobody knows me. How am I going to get people to notice me?
Yeah.
If I don't know you and I'm walking towards you, what do? Look down. Yeah. Automatically. So then I'm like, oh, damn, you got some Yeezys on. Them is dope, bro. And you build a conversation from it. I met some of my best friends and, shout out my homies, but like literally through shoes, dog. Like,
facts. Honestly,
building shoes, bro. They're like, damn, you got some dope ass shit. And I'm cool. So it's like, what can make you different? That's it.
How you stand out. How you stand out.
Everybody wears Gucci.
Even like Lil Nas X, like
wearing fucking dresses and shit, and kissing people.
He's so smart. I don't know who the fuck his team is and that marketing shit. I can't
condone him. Sorry.
Really?
No, bro. After he did that shoe shit, I was cool. I mean, I don't really fuck with him anyway, but like after he did the little blood in the shoe for 1,000.
I think that was
talking about this was human blood, and that's that was some Logan Paul shit, my boy. When he got canceled and came back.
Yeah,
people don't even talk about that.
Really?
Logan Paul got canceled, yes, big time. He got canceled like 3 years ago when he did when he was in China and he was recording all the dead people in the dead. What's that fucking field called? I can't remember. He was recording.
I don't even remember that.
That's why he got kicked off of YouTube, banned off.
Honestly,
YouTube.
Didn't pay attention to that.
What he did.
I don't really pay attention to YouTubers.
Actual dead people.
So there's like a famous field it's like in China or some part of China, and like he was walking through and making a YouTube video. He didn't really know. But he's basically posting it on YouTube, and that's like basically disrespecting other people's families and stuff.
Yeah,
he got canceled from YouTube. They cut him off, banned his shit, and he was gone for a while. And then he came back as a boxer.
Really?
Yeah. I went to college with bro. He's from Ohio.
Okay. Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. They are from a small part out there.
But the reason he really came back is because, I mean, family shit. He put his brother on, Jake.
Yeah.
So then he put Jake on. Jake didn't get canceled. Logan did. So then
he came back and did this whole. Actually, right, because he you didn't really hear about him for a minute.
He got canceled, bro, as fuck. He got canceled as fuck, bro.
It's kind of happened. Once his brother happened with like David Dobrik right now, right? Kind of.
So and the reason his brother even got on was because he was just smart from influencers. Yeah. Social media. He just like Team 10, put 10 high ass influencers. He already had a huge following, built their shit up, put them on videos. Yep. Now you got a big ass team of 10. And now y'all just.
Yep.
Brands are like, and he's going out to fucking Universal like, I got 10 people. We all got 10 million followers, 100 million followers. What you got for us?
Yep.
Basically. Like, it ain't like, I got this for you. What you got for us? Because I got the influence now.
So how you feel about that especially in music? Because you see a lot of these motherfuckers all of a sudden be like, I'm going to make a record. Like, do you...
I mean, I don't respect that shit.
Do you feel like it's disrespectful to like someone that you like since 8 years old? This is your craft. You've worked at it, and then you have someone come in and just because they're fucking Jake Paul with 15 million followers, they make a fucking record. Or what's fucking Tom Hanks' son name? Chet. And he dropped the White Boy Summer record. Like,
been going crazy.
It's going crazy. It's doing numbers. Like, how do you feel about like what does that represent? Because for me, with the work me and Ro put into the shit and then see that, it's almost like a smack in the face.
Social media,
to the craft. But at the same time, I respect them because you can't hate on someone for their success, right?
Right.
But I can have a problem with like what kind of society like lets in or like just jumps on the wagon of like even if people are hating on it, they're hating on it, they're viewing it, they're commenting on it. So it's like you as an artist, how do you feel about that?
I kind of feel like I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like you feel. They're kind of like skipping the line a little bit, and if music wasn't in your soul or wasn't in your blood, and you didn't, I don't know. It's weird. I'm not mad at it because I guess if I was in their shoes, like I would do the same,
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like once people are winning, they're not gonna stop winning. We all
DJ
look at
Khaled.
we look at like even though Jay-Z is one of my favorite artists, you look at like okay, how much more can he accomplish? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like he's not going to stop. Beyonce when they did The Lion King, I remember I was like, why the fuck is Beyonce? And it was like, why not?
Why not?
She's Beyonce. She's gonna keep winning. You know what I'm saying? So it's
she's gonna find a way.
Yeah. So it's like
don't stop. That mentality doesn't stop.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Is like, I mean, bro, he does marketing, bro. At the end of the day, okay, so you have this. What did he blow up on YouTube? Cool. I got this big ass influence. Now I'm gonna go do merch. Let me make this money.
Yeah.
Shit, I might be able to drop a song. I got this big ass influence. Let me drop a song.
Even with that shit with Floyd, got your hat. Literally next day had a merch. Jake Paul got your hat.
Well, I don't know if you've seen the video, but before he did it, he was like, "I'm gonna snatch his hat."
Yeah.
I'm like, you're
that
fucking
shit's crazy. Like
kid,
that's
dude.
honestly,
and he
genius.
got all the kids, bro.
Yeah,
he had the kids. Like, and that's the thing with social now is like, if you got the kids, you good. Like, for example, Trippie Redd, you don't really hear about him like that, but people always listen to his shit.
Yeah.
Anytime he drops an album, people love that shit because he got the kids. Once you got Gen Z, bro, that's all they do. They be on their phones 94/7. That's why I love
Travis
like our
Scott
generation.
got the kids, man, and that's why he's great because he has the kids and us.
Shit, he got the kids. The reason, or he had us first, but the reason he has the kids is because of Fortnite and PlayStation,
doing all that smart shit,
him
bro.
being a Kardashian,
yeah, all that smart shit.
That's why he don't do music.
Yep.
He's like, bro, I'm not doing
a Kardashian is like the
GOAT. It's like an automatic, like it's the put on. It's like
either you get a Drake cosign, a Jay-Z cosign, or you're a Kardashian.
I feel like, Love Jay. That's my favorite artist too. But I feel like being a Kardashian is top one.
Yeah.
It's marketing, bro. At the end of the day, bro, people love them. I don't know what it is. Probably because she got BBLs and shit, but like, motherfuckers love them. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
facts. Even like, because that show just ended and it was like, people were like literally upset,
crying. Like 20 years old. Oh my God. Like,
Ryan Seacrest. You know who getting a bag? Ryan Seacrest. Bag. Key, bro.
Yo, I was thinking about that the other day. What is it like being him?
He's an executive producer.
When does he go to sleep?
For real.
I mean,
they say he's one of like the hardest working.
He has the New York shit
with
Ryan and Kelly or whatever that shit is. Then he has the radio show out here. Then he has the fucking American Idol whenever they do that. Yeah. Then he has the New Year's Eve thing. Like,
I think he's just EPs on those.
I've heard he don't stop, bro. I heard he don't sleep. Like,
well, I actually looked it up. I actually looked it up. It said something like they make sure that they film American Idol like only on like Sundays. Then Monday through like Friday, he's like in New York doing the show. And then it says that like NBC or ABC built him like a studio in New York where he could like record the radio show.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then he flies to the West Coast like on the weekends.
For fucking Kardashian. But now
still,
they're
that's
done.
a lot.
For him, he's probably like, man, good run, but thank God.
Like I said, bro, he's probably tired as fuck, but he's getting that bag.
Well, won't they make a new series with the Offsprings?
Nah,
I don't know.
I doubt it.
I don't know. I think this was it for them, man. 20 years in TV is a long time, bro.
I think it's
especially
foundation time.
For reality TV to like let people in your life. You think so?
Yeah. 10 years from now. We're back.
I don't think so, man.
I can see it.
I can see it. The kids are older.
It's like when music, like when rappers retire, says my last album 2-3 years goes by, and they're like,
they're just taking a break, bro. Once those kids are grown, like what?
I just think I think the bread and the businesses and foundation are so set that they're just gonna throw them in that.
But there's always more bread.
Because I agree. I just don't know if they're gonna be in the limelight like that.
Who else is gonna?
You know what I mean?
The only other people
like
would have
been the next family almost.
The only other people who could have did it was Beyonce and Jay-Z, and they passed. They're too bougie.
Yeah, I would never do that.
Yeah.
So who else is going to be done?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't.
Probably me. Shit. Okay.
I think it's gonna be. I think they're gonna come back. I think they're gonna come back.
Jesus.
Nah, I'm playing. Not me. I would never be on TV. No, it's not happening. I'm too private.
Oh God! But
you want to go ahead and hit him with the rapids? You want to go ahead and hit him with the questions?
Should we do the rapid question segment, or else we should get the Wolf's hot take in?
Oh yeah.
Shout out Wolf. He's not here though. But you got a take on something? You want to take the Wolf's hot take on this one? By the way, can you hand me that wine before we do it?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go ahead and defer that to you.
You don't want to do it. I gotta do the Wolf's hot take.
You gotta do the Wolf's hot take.
All right, let me give you Wolf's hot take. Should I keep it music or we all watch sports here?
All right.
Of course.
The Suns gonna win it all.
Yeah.
The Suns are gonna win it all. Chris Paul hot take.
Chris Paul gets his first ring.
I think Chris Paul gets his first ring, but also I think it's an asterisk again. I think I need to put an asterisk on this finals because of I have never seen, and your boy touched on it. I don't like how he fucking talks sometimes, but whatever. LeBron touched on it, and these injuries this year is stupid. Literally, I'm sorry, and it's not to knock the Suns. Like, they really had a comeback. Like, let's talk about that. Like, not to knock that organization. Even in the bubble, they went undefeated.
They were nice. Yeah.
You saw it. But at the same time, every single team they have played have lost their superstar. Every single team. So it's like, how do you give a team credit, right, without saying they're not getting the best? And I've never seen it so much in the playoffs until this year with people out. You know what I'm saying? Even the Nets. Like, come on. Kyrie's there and James Harden is healthy. Like, the Nets are going to East. Yeah. Hands down. They're representing the East.
All the big stars got hurt.
Yeah. Even the Celtics, like, I don't think we would have got past them in the first round, but it would have been way more entertaining with Jaylen Brown there and Kemba. Sure. Like, it sucks. And it's like almost literally every team except the Suns. And Chris Paul was out a little bit. Yeah. He got hurt, but then he got to rest because of the COVID vibe, whatever that was, and they did their job. They got like one of the two games, and they carried on. Now you're playing a Clippers team without Kawhi, man. Like, but
forgot about that too. Yeah,
I think it's going 7. I think it's going 7.
I think it will too.
I think did PG kind of solidify? Did he bring it back? Did he show like, no, I still got it?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he does that though.
I mean,
PG does that, and there's no Kawhi. So like, I mean, he did that in Indiana with no Danny Granger.
Facts.
He was a fucking baller. They were so nice.
Different in
they were so
Indiana,
nice in Indiana, bro. Like
injury, man. That's how he snapped his fucking leg in half.
Yeah, I don't
that shit was gruesome.
How long do y'all think that the Celtics are gonna be like intact?
Intact, or you mean?
What do you mean, like the young core? Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are there for at least 4 or 5 years, in my opinion.
And I love Jason Tatum wants to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What, an article came out saying that Tatum wants to go somewhere else?
Yep.
No.
I'm just playing. I was gonna make him.
No,
mad.
I'm just curious. Like, imagine, like, I don't know. Imagine being in his shoes. Like, you don't think that there's another team that?
No, I think they're gonna build it right for him. And I mean, he just signed that max contract. Like, I think him and Jaylen are happy. It really sucks that Kemba went through the injuries he went through. You had the shit they went through with Kyrie. It's like they just need that next person. Dame Lillard, come to Boston, bro. Let's get a chip.
He's going to the Lakers.
Bro.
Actually, he's not going anywhere.
Let's get a chip, man. I don't know who they're gonna go get, but I think they're there for 5 years. I think they love that city. I could see Marcus Smart, unfortunately, leaving at some point because he's kind of like that, almost like PJ Tucker of the league. That's like he's just that crucial point of your team, but like he can always go get the bag. You know what I'm saying? Because people want him.
Who else was like that?
I'm trying to think.
I can't think. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Rondo.
Yeah, Rondo went away. Like after the Celtics, he was getting signed. Like just being
Where is
like
he
one
now?
of those
Lakers still?
He's on the Clippers.
Clippers.
He's on the LA.
See, I can't keep up.
Bullshit.
But no, don't worry. My C's gonna be all right, man.
Why do they do that though? Like, why is it that at certain?
Because Tyronn Lue there. So Tyronn Lue knew what's up. He was like,
some players are on a new team every year, and they're not bad. They just
it's just like kind of like Lou Will, man. It's like
fitting.
Yeah,
fitting the team.
Jamal Crawford.
Goat.
Yeah.
Like,
Goat 6
where is he at?
He's at the crib. He's 40.
He's 40.
He's 40 years old.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like, man, I don't know. That's a good point. I don't know what is with some players, like they got all the talent, but they just can't stay, or like what it is. But you got to think like maybe there's something about them in the locker room or with the team and with the front office. It's so much deeper than just getting on the court.
And then it's like when you make a trade with them, it's like the other team is like, you know what? Yeah. He'll sell some tickets.
Yep.
Marketing.
Facts.
Yep. Nate Robinson was that. So was there was someone else that had that. Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
Always on another team.
Well, I mean, he was on the Magic for a minute, but then he tried the whole LA thing, got called out. I think he's like he's a fool. Yeah, he did get the ring. Whatever. Now he's on the Sixers. Yeah, he's one of those cats that just bounces around. But it was like he had his moment, and now he's just one of those people that is like, sure, I'm not going to not have Dwight Howard on my team if I could sign him for like
they
a
do that with Carmelo
minimum.
Too. I feel.
Yeah, if you could sign someone for a veteran minimum,
I think Melo gonna retire as a Blazer now.
Yeah,
really.
They're
I mean, he only went to 3 teams.
LA.
Or he only, oh yeah, I did see that.
That's so crazy. Now you can say he only went to 3 teams, but back in the day, it was like. I feel like players, for the most part, stayed. That was their
3 teams ain't too bad.
I think superstars stay. It's more like superstars. Like you obviously your Jordans and shit. And then
but Melo was a superstar at one point, bro.
Yeah, he played for the Nuggets for 12 years.
That's what I'm saying.
And then he went to New York because he got the bag.
You know he wanted to go to New York. Though.
He wanted to.
That was always what he said.
And they gave him 129. I'm going to.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for
Facts. And they had a little squad too.
They were
like
nice.
They looked
Amari
good.
and all that.
Yep.
They was nice. They just couldn't win. Because you know why?
What? Because of Celtics?
Because of LeBron.
Oh, God. Here we go.
At the Cavs. He was going crazy.
But, we can get into the next segment, right? With rapid fire questions. So, I got 10 random ass questions geared up for you. These are just like rando as fuck. Some of them are the same from past episodes, so I get artists to answer the same questions and see what they say.
Okay.
Some of them I just do specifically for you. You know what I mean? But so we got 45 seconds to do these questions.
Okay.
Normally I'd say we take a shot if we don't hit it, but I know you're not sipping, so I'll do the honors if we don't make it.
Okay.
Gladly.
Gladly, I'll take it. I'm ready when you are.
All right. Just tell me when you hit start, and I'm gonna go.
Start.
All right. Who's your favorite female artist?
Meg Thee Stallion.
Okay. Favorite rapper of all time?
I'd have to say Jay-Z.
Favorite album of all time, not just hip hop, any album.
Sideline Story.
Wow.
Nice.
If you could have one feature, who would it be?
Drake.
If you're gonna make an album with somebody, Drake or Jay-Z?
Shit, Jay-Z.
Okay. Dogs
100%.
or cats?
Dogs.
Would you rather smoke or drink if you had a party?
Drink.
Okay, if you could have one food for the rest of your life, what would you eat?
Rice.
Right.
I don't know. I had to pick something that wasn't too heavy.
Let me keep going. Favorite artist currently?
J. Cole.
Okay, Justin Bieber or Justin Timberlake?
Bieber.
All right.
Fuck Timberlake. No.
Timberlake.
Yeah, where's my respect?
Woo. I don't know.
I don't know. We're gonna have to see. But I'm gonna have to see.
Me, I'm gonna take Justin Timberlake, but
I think we hit the 45. Also, I got stumped on the rice.
Yeah, the rice fucked me up too.
He said
John
corn
said
last
corn,
time.
you said
I'm
rice.
confused by what y'all want for the rest.
You know what? I think it's because people want to choose things that
Maybe
like
I'm a fat
you can't
ass.
see yourself getting tired of.
I get tired of rice immediately.
I
Really?
do not get tired of pasta or a sandwich.
What is something that you could eat for the rest of your life?
I would say sandwich.
Salmon.
No.
Yes.
No.
Bro, that shit's good. And it's not bad raw, and it's good cooked. So I can eat both.
I don't think anybody could eat anything for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, it's not a realistic question, but it's like a fun question to hit someone with and see their initial answer. They're like, rice. That was great. But I guess you could have different kinds of rice, white rice, fried rice, right? You can finagle it. You could dress it up a little bit. Yeah, before we sign off though, Jordan, what's the tip? What's the care tip? Let the people know out there. They wait for it every week.
Hey, so the care tip of the week. I'm a little stumped this time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say, always follow through. Follow through is a huge one. It's something I currently improve on every day. Everybody should work on. It's execution and really, really following through.
That's big because everyone says, "Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next Monday." Execution, follow through.
Execution. Do it now. It's big to do it now.
Do it now. Yep.
That's it. That's for the people right there. People got to execute.
I'm sorry to cut that off, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I had one, but I forgot.
That was a freestyle one.
That was freestyle off the dome. I had a good one too.
Self-care tip: just keep your mind right so you don't forget shit when you're on the podcast.
That's true. Make sure you wash your face and keep your skin clean too.
Stupid, man. Oh God. But Antonio, man. But before we get out of here, just let anyone. I mean, we kind of touched base on it earlier, but you got anything on the way for the people to look out for? Single coming out, video. Let them know your Instagram and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I just dropped a 3-pack called "I Didn't Forget," and that was like in April. I just dropped my music video to my single "Freaky" last Friday, and I just got a whole bunch of records. I'm just trying to figure out which one to release by like next week.
Word?
To try to just keep it going. I'm gonna drop something like next week, but
yeah. So we got something coming next week.
Yeah, new music.
And you got the 3-pack out and a video.
Yeah.
Execution.
Tune in, man. You gotta execute,
man. And it's just you.
Thank
and
you.
it's at Antonio Breez, right?
Yep, Antonio Breez. That's Breez with no E at the end. So ANTONIO BREEZ.
Keeping it breezy.
Snapped.
Yep.
Snapped.
Snapped.
Yeah.
Just like City Trends with a Z.
Oh man, not the City Trends with the Z, bro. Fuck. But man, appreciate you coming on here.
Appreciate
I love
you, bro.
representing the city, man, and super talented. And hopefully, you already got the following, but we don't got much females watching the show right now. But we now are going to have them.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Bring all the ladies.
Hope we put some light on you,
Tim.
and people can definitely tune in, man. It's doing some big things, so I'm excited for you, bro.
Thank you for having me. And
Of course,
I'm
man.
excited to see what you guys have going with your artists, bro.
We just gonna execute and keep consistent. It's the same thing we all talked about every day.
Wasn't bad for a freestyle, huh?
Right. Oh man, we leave it on that note. All right, that is this week's episode of All Bass No Treble. We appreciate y'all as always. Tune in next week to see what we talk about and what guests we have. We love y'all. Peace.
Love y'all. Peace.
Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out this week's episode of All Bass No Treble. If you could please subscribe and like, and also get the notification button smashed for us, that would mean the world to us. If you'd like to keep up with myself, my co-host, or our special guest this week, all of our social medias and info is right below. And if you would like to listen, tune into Apple Podcasts or Spotify, as you can hear us on there as well. Again, thank you so much for tuning in this week, and I will see you on the next episode.